What's up, people? Everybody awake? Check it out. So, look, if you don't know, my name is Joey. Most people know me by Snow Rock. I've been born and raised Southeast San Diego, grew up neighborhood crippin', ended up going to prison, in and out of juvenile facilities. I go to prison. I ended up having all kinds of problems with the white inmates because they didn't like me hanging out with the blacks or being with the blacks, or basically I was considered a race traitor. So, that made life a little rough for me because in there, the racial issues were, the whites have rules where you're not allowed to drink, smoke, or eat after a black, and you're not allowed to live in a cell with them. And I do all those things. I'm I've literally had to make the police uh, put me in a cell with a black. And how do you do that? Well, when they put you in the cell with a white, beat him up. They do it again, beat him up. They do it again, beat him up. Guess what? They will not continue. So I made the police put me in a cell with a black. I'm a Crip. I ran with the Crips. Associated with the Crips. I didn't function or fuck with the whites. Because of the racial issues. I didn't have a problem with it. It's just that when I went up in there, because of the way I was raised and the gang that I ended up, joining and becoming a part of, made me, I was considered, like I said, a race traitor because I was with the blacks. But, I personally believe that, we're all the same. You turn us inside out, we're all the same. Uh, but it's been it's been put out. It's the American way, but it's not the American way. It's the world way. It's hopefully it's not the new world way, the new world order. Oh, excuse me, I wasn't supposed to say that. Nah, it's still civil rights are still, civil rights movement is still going. It's at a snail pace, but it's going. It's still going. And everybody needs to be a part of it, not just the black man that has a, literal foot on his neck, but everybody. It's been said over and over. Uh, um, uh, when a good man turns away from what's going on, that's wrong, and doesn't say anything, then nothing happens. You know, you got to speak up, everybody, not just not just the brown man or the colored man or everybody. Come on, people. What race are you? I want to know. A lot of people think about it. Think about it. You thinking about it right now? Get it in your head. What is it? What is it? Say it. Say it again. Okay. You know what race I am? I'm part of the human race. How do you not get it? It's the human race. We're all the same. We're all Homo sapiens. We're all, figure it out, people. Come on. But it's been a lot to make this the world the way it is. It took a lot. It took a lot of, a lot of bad acting and people turning the other way. Every time you turn the other way and let it slide, it's growing. It's getting stronger. It's getting bigger. And it'll burn this world down. If we don't get a hold of it, what are you going to do? Everybody's responsible, not just the brown man. Come on now, people. Hello, wake up. Everybody's responsible for this. We have to get out there and make sure, if you see something, speak up, say something, let it be known. You know what I mean? Nah, that's not, that's not cool. That's not acceptable. That's not the way it's going to go. If we allow everything to be, the way things are, if they continue this, I don't think we're going to make it. And the children are the future. I care about my seeds. My little princesses. They, you know what I'm saying, grown up and they'd have to deal with all this BS. This is foul. The country, you know what I'm saying, I don't understand how a lot of this stuff works. This is all new to me. I've been learning, and at the same time, you know what I'm saying, I get information and I get overloaded. What? And I want to go, you know what I'm saying, ah, but then I got to go talk to my people, you know what I'm saying, who look, you know what I'm saying, do my research and, you know what I'm saying, help me, you know what I'm saying, understand why this is, you know what I mean, it's a lot of craziness going on. I don't understand how they poison our food. They got poisons in our water. I don't know what they spraying in the cloud. They sound cloud seeding. Is that poison you're putting in the clouds that's going to come down in the rain and then be in the water that I have to drink? You already putting fluoride and I think the news just said they tested the water and there was trace amounts of pharmaceuticals. Really? In our drinking water? Come on, this is supposed to be tested, checked, regulated, and safe. And then the fluoride is messing us up. How do people not get it? I'm not happy. It's a whole bunch of, stuff I can't eat no more because I found out it was poison. It's banned in other countries. Why do I want to eat something that's banned in other countries? Because it's not good for you. Why do I want to eat something that's not good for me? Why would you think that I wanted to eat something that's not healthy for me? Now I understand, you know what I'm saying? We are stupid. We want our Big Macs and our, you know what I'm saying, buffalo wings and this, you know what I'm saying, everything, you know what I'm saying, fry this and we just want what we want. But you know what I'm saying, okay, I get it. I get it. And I'm not the brightest bulb in the bunch, but I'm not the dumbest either. I'm not the dumbest. So check this out. Me and my family, we're gonna stop spending money with the people that are putting stuff in the food that isn't good for me. If I do it, it doesn't matter. If we all do it, they'll change what they put in the food. So somebody else has to do it. You guys see what's going on. Y'all know, you know what I'm saying? Uh, the world ain't what we thought it was. So now what are we going to do? Now that we know that, it's time to step up. What are we going to do? It's time. I'm going to vote. I'm going to vote. I ain't been able to vote. Last 4 years ago was the first time I ever voted in my life. You know what I mean? And I just turned 52. It's like, what? Really? How? What the? I've been on some kind of probation, parole, in prison, uh, something for since I was 9, and the longest I've been out is now, and that's 7 years. But I'm trying to do something. I need somebody else to try and do something. Think about it. Look into it. Vote. Make your voice heard. I grew up, you know what I'm saying? My father, he ran his mouth. He was one of the neighborhood gossips. He would, you know what I'm saying, we had, you know what I'm saying, two big weeping willow trees in front of our house that hung down. And then there was a couch on the side of the porch under the eave of the house. And my dad, I remember coming home at like 2, 3 in the morning, and you know what I'm saying, he sleep on the couch. I wake him up and he pull a gun on me. He's been drinking, he's sleeping. I tell him to get his ass in the house. Hell no, it's too damn hot in there. It's summertime, you know what I mean? But that's the thing, you know what I'm saying? We lived in the hood. We lived in Southeast San Diego all my life, you know what I'm saying? But I would come home 2, 3 in the morning in the summertime and the door would be wide open. Screen door would be closed. There'd be a fan in front of it blowing air into the house. We didn't have AC, but that's the way it was. Those was the days, man. Because that house, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people, you know what I'm saying, know my family for that house because we were there for a long time. It's right on the corner of Quail and Broadway. Man, I used to, you know what I'm saying, when the police, I had a car and, you know what I'm saying, it was in my mama name and I was doing dirt and ripping and running and, you know what I'm saying, didn't have no license, none of that. Every time the police see the car, they'll chase it. And I'll drive around them in circles on the back streets and then pull up at the house and get out of the car. And then the police will pull up and be like, who was driving this car? Who was driving this car? I'm like, nobody. And they're like, come here. I'm like, nope, I go in the house and then I go in the window and I'll put on, you know what I'm saying, fuck the police, and blast it loud as fuck out the window. But then, you know what I'm saying, finally they caught me, you know what I'm saying, it was a bitch ass police named Crosby. Crosby punk ass called me, you know what I'm saying, in front of Oscar's. Mom's had sent me to the store to get something. And I went down there. It was some like early morning or like, you know what I mean? You know, I've been out all night. So, you know what I mean? You know, 10 in the morning is early for me. So mom's had me out on a mission and I'm driving no license, you know what I'm saying? Went down to the local grocery store, you know what I'm saying? You know, right on 42nd, you know what I mean? Man, police, you know what I'm saying? You know, jack me up, beat me up, make me piss on myself, throw the keys into the, because they couldn't do nothing. So, you know what I'm saying? They had to let me go. So the cop took my keys and threw them into this grass, you know what I'm saying? About, you know what I'm saying? Knee high. And he threw it all up in the, you know what I'm saying, grass, but I had to go look for it for a while, you know what I'm saying? Just some bitch shit, you know what I mean? You know, but they was mad, they couldn't do nothing. Really, I should have sued, there was witnesses and everything, you know, but you know, I'm doing dirt, so I'm not calling the police, I'm not dealing with the police, I'm not talking to the police, none of that shit, you know what I'm saying? And this time, you know what I'm saying, because I wasn't talking to the police and fucking with the police, them motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, you know, with my ass. But that's the way it was back in the day. You know what I mean? In my day, you know what I'm saying, you know, I remember, you know what I'm saying, many a times, you know what I'm saying, I was chubby. And then the police would take us all the way down to the Skyline substation. And then, oh, you know what? We're going to let you go. Nah, fuck that. Don't let me go right here. So they let us go in Skyline. Now we got to walk, try and make a phone call. What, you going to go to the Moonlight liquor store to use the phone to make a phone call? Hell no. So we trying to take the back streets and the police is going down there telling the Bloods that we coming. Man, you know what I'm saying? It's many of people that got their ass whooped like that. I mean, you know, I had wind. I was chubby, but I wouldn't stop running. And we did not get caught. You know what I'm saying? You know, me and my old boy Emrock, we got dropped off over there and we was walking down the street and it was like a little cul-de-sac or something. And when we start crossing the street, all you hear is, there they go. Oh, we gone. You know what I mean? We took off. Went straight down the hill, you know what I'm saying, you know, to Imperial. Once we got on the tracks, we ran straight down the trolley tracks. You know what I mean? And we was way over by the Barrel Taco Shop. Way out of bounds. But you know, those was the things, you know what I'm saying? That's the way it was back in the day. If you was gang banging, you know what I mean, you know, the police did the same thing with the other people, you know what I mean? You know, they did something to them too. That's the way it was. Police is dirty. And you know what I'm saying, you know, that's the thing. They ain't, you know what I'm saying, they ain't here to protect and serve. They, you know what I'm saying, they're a gang. All right, that's enough of me ranting, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm gonna let y'all go. Look, y'all stay safe.